Hey buddies, welcome to AmassGames. My name is Simon. Today I'm showing you how to set up, play and review the game Rummy. Now there's Rummy 500, Persian Rummy, many versions of Rummy. So I won't be able to tell you about all the variants right now, but I'll show you the basics. So everybody is going to take 13 cards if you're playing as a 2, or 7 cards if you're playing 3 to 4 players. So let's just take a fewer cards for now, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Aim of the game is to get the most points. If it's Rummy 500, you're getting 500 points. A short game is 250. It does vary. If I'm speaking too fast, slow the video down, or by all means, I do recommend watching a second time. So you take your hand of cards. You are looking to score your points by playing out your cards. You'll also score points or lose points if you have any cards left in your hand. So right now, here is my turn. I've got 7 cards. I can choose to firstly take this card. And typically you cannot return the card that you've just taken or discard one of your other cards. Now all the card values are what they are. Some variants have this as being worth 15, especially if it can wrap round. However, all the picture cards are worth 10s, all the face cards. So right now my 8 and my 10 are quite close together, but like a game of poker, chance of getting a 9 is not as good as if I went for either wanting the 7 or the jack. The 5 is doing nothing for me, so right now I'll just discard that for the time being. I'm not saying this is a good move, but there we go. And any questions, do let me know in the comments best on YouTube. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you're from watching more videos. So now it's my opponent's turn. Let's say it's back to my turn. Again, I'm trying to get out some sets. Let's look at the next card. It doesn't really help me. Again, there's a variant whereby I can just discard it for the sake of speed. I'll just do that. And again, this doesn't work. Now, there are other variants whereby you can take a card from the discard. And some variants whereby if you take, for example, if you want to discard, you've got to take this card too. In that case, in that case, I could take them. So let's say I take that, and now I've completed a set. Again, there are some variants whereby you need to score 30 points. Check out my Rummy Cup video, whereby you need to get 30 points out. There's Michigan Rummy as well. And again, I'll be scoring, in a minute, 18 points. Again, nothing else working here. I've got to discard a card. The ace and the 3 don't go together because they're different suits. The queen doesn't work because it's a different suit too. That's worth 10 points. I don't want to keep that in my hand. And let's say I draw another card, a 6 doesn't work for me. Then we draw another card, let's say, imagine it was my turn. Well, the ace is better, again, because it can be lower high, it can flex with these cards as well. Let's discard the 3 on this instance, even though we need the 9 here. So here's the 9. So in this case, we would take it. And again, we've completed another set. So this goes out. Now, again, there are variants, and these are fairly common variants whereby you can add 2 existing cards. There are some variants whereby you need to be playing out some cards first, for example those 30 points, before you can add to other people's sets. In this case, you could add an 8 here, or a 4, you could add a 7 or a jack, and there are other variants whereby you can only add to the lower end of it. So I think I'm out, but I don't know if I had to return a card. I think I do. Again, this is a bit more flexible. So let's just lose the king, and then draw another card. Doesn't work for me. So imagine I just lose that. And then I've got the 10, which doesn't really work. Again, if I was able to place on the end. I've got the queen, which still doesn't work. Again, there are other variants. So now it's same doing like this, whereby what you can do is you can actually take all these cards back, and then as long as you can get them all out again. So I might want to place a 7 there's another 7 somewhere else, and a 6 and a 5. A queen, so that doesn't work for me. Again, it's close to completing this off. But let's just say I'm unlikely to take these cards. 3 doesn't work, and this is coming onto the review element now, whereby there is an element, as you can see, of luck. You can start off really well, so take the ace. Let's say I lose the jack at this point, and I've got another jack, so maybe I want to take this jack now, and discard that, and now we're just waiting to hit a jack. No, although I could take the 2 10s, but I haven't got a 7 to make it into a set. So now we're just hitting on that jack. So I could place out these now. So now these are placed out. And currently my score is 20. Everyone else is racing maybe to get through their cards. Maybe they've got loads of sets in their hand and they're just trying to go out in one hit. Now I believe, there you go, and now I've hit the jack. So here we go. That is the game. You're trying to do that. You see how many points that ultimately you've scored. Again, you're playing until usually 250 points, and then you see who's the winner. Check out my traditional card list playlist, my AmassGames playlist, the Family Weight playlist, as well as the Board Game Arena playlist. For now, any questions, of course, as always, let me know. Back to the table.